Hey everyone, how are you? So today's topic is less of a training and more of a discussion. So if this is your first time catching me, my name is Tracy V. Allen. I am the owner of TVA Consulting, where we help our clients, which are nonprofit businesses and social entrepreneurs, develop the systems and processes needed to build and grow profitable, sustainable, and compliant infrastructures so that they can achieve their mission and realize their vision through education, training, and consulting. But most importantly, what we're here to do is to help them create impact in the communities that they serve. So, if you've been following me for a while, you know that I've been talking about strategic planning. Because I'm big on strategic planning. You need a planning committee, you need to have those strategies in place so that you are creating an organization that is worth funding. And you can only do that if you have the checks and balances in place and things are moving according to plan. So I was having a discussion with someone and they were like, yeah, strategic planning is all well and good, but does it really lead to social impact? And I found that to be a very strange question because my thing is, if you are creating a strategic plan, the whole premise of a strategic plan is to make sure that you're creating not only internal um, or infrastructure wise changes, but you want to make sure that the change is holistic to the entire organization. And if the change is holistic to the entire organization, it is going to be holistic to your clients as well. Whether you're a for profit or nonprofit, the strategies that you create should be to create impact in the community that you're serving. And the community that you're serving are your clients. So I don't understand how anyone can think that they're two separate entities. Strategic planning is a holistic process. It is everything from the way the business is being run, making it more efficient, making sure that your employees know what they're supposed to be doing, how they're supposed to be doing, making sure that your employees are satisfied. If you listen to all of the videos I've done, I've talked about all of this, making sure that you do surveys with your clients and figure out what they are getting from you, if they're getting what they need from you, if they're getting what they need from you in the way that they actually need it, and making sure that you tweak it because you want to make sure that your clients are satisfied and that the products or services that you're offering to your clients is or are creating impact in their lives, which lead to impact within your community, which also leads to social impact. So if you are creating a strategic plan that is based in all of the principles, doing the research, getting the stakeholders at the table, having discussions with not only the people who are in charge, but having discussions with people in your community, having discussions with collaborative partners, having the discussions with your clients, there's no way that you can sit and pay and get a facilitator in place and create a strategic plan that doesn't end up creating social impact unless you did it wrong or you just totally ignored the client portion of the whole strategic plan. If your strategic plan is only focused on creating revenue, then you're not going to create impact. But if you're creating a strategic plan that is based in customer satisfaction, and again, your customers, whether you're a for-profit business or you're a nonprofit business, your end user is the customer. So the social impact comes from the change that the customer gets from using your products or your services. If you're a nonprofit organization and your clients are coming in for counseling and you've set up a strategic plan, you've set up programs and services that have checks and balances, which is all a part of the strategic plan, at the end of it all, your customers, your clientele should see some improvement in their symptoms. By them having improved symptoms, it is going to trickle down to their families. elevating their families' lives to another level, elevating their own lives to another level, changing the dynamics in that community if the people are getting help from your organization. And the help that they're getting from your organization, you need to also follow up and make sure that that is a long-term process, because sometimes people get help and then they need to be brought back in and they need to get more help, or um, they need to be directed to other organizations for more services that you don't provide. But if you are creating a strategic plan based in the principles, not just financial, but again, the entire organization, including stakeholders, including your clients, including community partners, there is no way on the implementation process of your strategic plan, you're not going to be able to create social impact, because that is the end result of your strategic plan, is to create social impact. As a matter of fact, that's the basis for most nonprofit organizations and social enterprises, is to create social impact, to create impact within the community, to change, to solve a problem. Like every other business, nonprofit organizations and social entrepreneurs are in that business, not only to make money, but to create change within the communities that they serve. They've identified a problem and their mission is to change that particular problem, either solve it or help to resolve it, or make it at least bearable for the people who are in it. Because let's be honest, some of the problems that we have in our society, 100 years from now, there's still going to be a problem. But if we can help 10 people, 20 people, 50 people, that is the whole goal. Are we ever going to alleviate homelessness altogether? Probably not. Are we ever going to stop people from catching communicable diseases? Probably not. But we can try to lessen the numbers of people who are actually contracting these diseases. So I just found it baffling, and I said I just really wanted to address it, that the whole point of a strategic plan is to change the dynamics of the organization, the business as a whole, which always trickles down to the customer, the client, the end user. Because if you change something in that person, that becomes a trickle down effect. If you're creating collaborative partners, community alliances, whatever verbiage you want to use, and you are really nurturing those, relationships, then see, I've talked and I haven't even put up any of my banners. And you're really nurturing those relationships, then those relationships are going to turn into social change. All of those relationships, all of them are a part of your strategic plan and will come out in the expected outcomes and the strategies that you take to make social change. So the strategic plan and social impact go hand in hand. They're not two separate entities. So is strategic planning enough? Absolutely, if it is done right. It is not enough if it's not done right and it's being done by someone who does not understand how to create a strategic plan and how to implement that strategic plan effectively. A lot of times the strategic plans are created with no checks and balances, and that is where you go wrong. But strategic planning and social impact go hand in hand. That you cannot have one without the other. So I really just wanted to make that very clear in case people had any misgivings, because I was very surprised by the question. And actually, the question was posed by another consultant. So I'm like, well, have you ever done a strategic plan? Have you ever facilitated one? So anyway, I'm off my soapbox. I just wanted to make that clear. So thank you for joining me again, Change Agents, today. My name is Tracy V. Allen. And remember, there's someone in your community who needs the products and services that your business or organization offers. And it's up to you to make sure that you're getting it right. Please reach out to us if you're looking for someone to facilitate your next strategic planning session, or any of the other products or services that we offer. Please do go to our website at tvacon.com, tvacon.com. Thank you.